Cobra.
Coming up in this episode, the Cobra Club of South Africa goes on a super run with the Ferrari Club. We talk to radio personality Martin Bester about his life and passion for cars. Club member Ben Lombard tells us about his build, and we check in with Megan to see how her build is coming along. Welcome to King Cobra TV. As we promised in our previous episode, this week we will be taking you on a Cobra run and showing you exactly what goes into planning one of these events. Club members usually get up at the break of dawn to get their cars ready for the run. It is customary for members to then meet up at a halfway or gathering point before continuing to the main event. The purpose of the meetup is not only to come together for a cup of coffee, but also to get the Cobras ready to drive in convoy to the main event, and also make sure that they arrive together as a club. Cobra cars are extremely rare, and to see them drive behind each other in convoy is usually enough to bring people and traffic to a halt. Because all events are planned in advance, cordoned off, allocated parking is always available at the events for cars to park. At these allocated parkings, you will see something that is unique to Cobra owners from all over the world. This is where all Cobras reverse next to each other and park in perfect formation. Cobra members take great pride in having their cars perfectly spaced and aligned. As a spectator, this is a spectacular sight. To see all the different colored cars parked next to each other is truly a treat on the eyes. The Cobra Club of South Africa recently teamed up for a run with Ferrari Club. The chapters met up at different filling stations and then proceeded to French toast in Hartbeespoort Dam. Here, members display their cars and get to meet and get to know other car enthusiasts better. After parking their cars, all members gather for announcements, enjoy a cup of coffee and discuss the rest of the day. Drivers then proceeded to 1969, situated on the other side of Hartbeespoort Dam. To avoid overheating, the Cobra Club drivers opted to go around the outside of the dam, while the Ferrari Club members braved the wall of the dam that involved more stops. Here you can see a perfect example of the old saying that the secret to life is not the destination, but the journey. The true purpose of having a car of this caliber is to get out on the road and drive it. Unlike Ferrari, most Cobras do not have roofs. So it's very likely that if it started raining during a run, most Cobra drivers will arrive at the venue soaked. Future star in a car Dodo was a very good example of this, when it started raining during his 15-minute drive in the Cobra after his interview. Arriving at 1969, the cars parked in the allocated areas again and proceeded to the restaurant for breakfast. Most of these runs are open to the public, so if you ever wanted to see all these snacks together, visit our website at cobraclub.co.za for a list of all future events. And if you feel that the Cobra culture is something you would like to be a part of, visit the same website where you'll be guided through all the steps from choosing the right Cobra to getting yourself behind the wheel of one. We hope to see you on one of our next runs.
If you're an existing Cobra owner and you would like to sell your beloved Cobra, we do have a platform where you could sell your car hassle-free. All you need to do is visit the cobraclub.co.za's website, send an email, and we will assist. All right, beautiful day out. We're in Arties 1969, meeting up with one of the club members, Ben Lombard. Ben, good morning. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me here. It's great to be at 1969. It's a very nice venue, and I enjoy every moment of it.
Ben, so when we talk about motors in these cars, some guys prefer Fords, the purest, but these cars can run with Chevy, Ford motors, Lexus motors, even BMW motors. What have you got in the car?
I'm running a 350 Chevy motor with a 4-speed auto box. That's great for me. It's light on fuel. I prefer a Chevy motor because, like I see, Kenny's got a Ford motor in his car, and his car is leaking oil all the time. And I don't want my car to leak oil. I need my garage to be clean and neat and tidy as it is at the moment.
Ben, so you're a member of the Cobra Club of South Africa. What is the difference being a member of the club versus only having a car, not being a member of the club?
I prefer to be a member because you've got a calendar that's going through right through the year, and we're doing a lot of runs. Every month there's runs. The privilege of the member is that you get a free shoot when you attend the run, and being with your friends, it's like being with your family.
All right, Ben, awesome to see you. Your car's always looking beautiful. Thank you very much for allowing us some time into your life.
Thanks, Andre. Thanks. It's a pleasure meeting with you guys, and I appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's segment of Win with Megs.
Win with Megs.
This week, I'm giving away a beautiful limited edition Cobra Club of South Africa wristwatch. What makes it so special is that the Cobra Club of South Africa logo is actually engraved onto the face of the watch. To win this beauty, all you need to do is SMS the words Cobra Watch to 071 156 8091. Good luck.
Coming up after the break, we show actor, singer and radio presenter Martin Bester what a real adrenaline rush is. And Chris and Megan shows us how simple it is to get the right seat for your Cobra.
Cobra.
Get down to the yellow and blue.
Cobra.
Get down to the yellow and blue.
Another beautiful day in the Cobra workshop with me, Martin Bester, radio personality, TV presenter, lead singer of a band. You've done it all. Martin, welcome to our show.
Thank you very, very much. What an honor to be here. Beautiful.
Martin, so growing up in Bethel, then moving down to PE, ending up in Johannesburg, as a young Martin Bester, what did you aspire to become one day?
As a schoolboy, yes, your head is in so many places. I love playing sport. I love playing rugby, tennis, but rugby was my big passion in terms of sport. But I also love being in the choir and also love being on stage, being a performer. When I was in grade 11, en staat 9, het ek nogal gedink ek wil graag rugby speel, beter rugby speel. Clearly wasn't good enough for that. Maybe it's a good thing because I'm loving where I'm at right now.
Martin, so a lot of people think that the most glamorous job is being a radio DJ. Wake up in the morning, go to work, have a lot of fun, and then just go home. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff that happens. What is a day like in the life of Martin Bester, radio DJ?
So I'm lucky enough to work with an incredible team, production team. We have an executive producer, we have a digital producer, we have a technical producer, and of course the team on air. So my day starts with our first meeting before the show, very early in the morning, where we sit and we discuss what happened overnight. What are the topics that our country is talking about? What do people expect to hear from us? Then, of course, the fun happens from 6 o'clock. And after the show, we've got another meeting where the same team then sits and discusses what happens the next day, next week, next month.
So since this is a car show, we brought you in to find out about your car pedigree. I want to know first car that you ever owned, the first car that gave you independence, the best car you ever owned. It could be the fastest car or the most reliable car. And then you win a lottery, but not the local lottery, because then you can't buy whatever car in the world. You win the super lotto, the one that gives you unlimited amount of money. What car would you buy? And the reason behind that.
So the first car that gave me independence was my mom's old Merc that they let me drive to Varsity and back. And then I went to Res and they gave me my first car that I owned. It was my car, was an old Ford Escort. So a lichtblower, like a light blue Ford Escort. It had lovely ventilation because it had a hole in the floor panel. We had to put a little carpet over it. And then sometimes you have to open the windows, you know, just for some fresh air as well. But I had the most fun in that car. I think the car that's probably closest to my heart is I bought an old Combi, a 76 bay window Combi, which is a bottomless pit. It just sucks money away because old cars do that. You think to yourself, you know, how hard can this be? And then you find out. I love the car. I've always wanted one. And when I started driving it and it was registered and was on the road, man, that feeling, it was a good feeling. But yeah, it's got a long way to go. If I had to win like a really big lottery, I've gravitated towards SUVs because I've got the band as well. So we need to be comfortable on the road. You need space. And also, I don't know if I'm going to own like a flat car anytime soon again, although I don't know. I think you should probably in your life. But the state of the potholes, I won't be driving to work, and put it that way. A lot of potholes on the way to work. But probably one of these like expensive, a G-Wagon. I've always liked a G-Wagon. And it's also stayed the same, even if it's an old one, like the 1980s ones. But let's face it, they make them quite nice these days. And I don't know if you've seen the new Wrangler that comes with a bucky. Not that you need any one like that, but hey, it'd be nice to own as well. So maybe one of those luxury SUVs. Bentley is also making SUVs, so is Ferrari and all those. Yeah, but like a big lottery. It'll be one of my cars. I'll have lots.
Martin, fantastic having you out. We're going to take you on a ride in one of our Cobras so you can experience it for yourself. But before we get to that, I would like to hand over this centenary cap. Carol Shelby would have turned 100 this year. Wow. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. And let's go and make some memories.
Very special. Thank you very, very much.
Like I said to you, 1962, this is the closest that you'll get to driving a race car that's registered on the road. And when you sit in a car with a roof and roll-up windows, you don't experience the rawness of the car. With the Cobra, you feel everything. You feel the vibration, you hear the motor work. It's just something different. You can feel the car's got a very big cam. So that's why it's stuttering like that. It needs high revs. It wants to drive on high revs. A little bit different. I see you were holding on here.
It's a different experience, man.
Yeah, and the nice thing with the car, you're a part of it.
Yeah.
You're not sitting there and you're just flying down the road.
But it's not anyone who can drive it.
Oh, of course you can.
Yeah.
No, this car is made for the average guy who just... You must remember, these cars, they come to life on a racetrack where you can dive into a corner, sideways out of the corner. But for daily drivers like this, nice V8 cruising car, you can still drive it like a normal human being.
Feels like you're on holiday.
Yeah, the convertible part of the car, any convertible car, if you get in a convertible car, it's just a different drive.
100%.
But the sad thing with these convertible cars, a lot of our club members don't have roofs. So you always watch the clouds. Instead of having that very last drink at the venue, you'd rather be on the road and stay dry. And it's happened a couple of times where we've gone out on runs and in the middle of the run there's a thunderstorm. So because it's a fiberglass body car, It's like a beach buggy. It can actually get wet, and the next day you leave it out in the sun and the car dries up. All the electronics are hidden behind the dash, so no issue with that. Never gets old.
No more boring SUVs and buckies and stuff. Every person needs a Cobra in their life. Yes, now!
Coming up after the break, Megan shows us her build, and we tell you how you can win a Cobra for only 100 Rand.
Cobra.
Get down to the yellow and blue.
Cobra.
Get down to the yellow and blue.
I know you won't believe this, but I too was a regular Joe. But then I got one of these, and you too can get yourself into a Cobra. All you need to do is buy a ticket for 100 Rand. And where can you buy these tickets? Go onto the Cobra Club website or cobrashop.co.za, or join us at any of our Cobra events. The list of the events is on our website. And who knows, you could be the next winner.
And here we are. As you can remember from the last time, when the car was completely stripped, I was still deciding on what type of fabric I was going to go for the interior. I wasn't sure if I was going to go with the traditional blacks and browns or maybe something completely different. So what we decided on was to go for the imported beige Italian leather. But before we do that, I'm going to hand you over to Chris. That's going to explain a little bit more about how stitching works here at HSR Customs.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris. I've been in the trade now for the best part of 33 years. It's not rocket science to do auto trimming. All you need is to know your colors, your material, and what you actually want. You take your cotton, you need a backing, you need a calico, and a foam. Then you make your marks on what you design. Diamond stitching, straight line stitching, horizontal or vertical. Single stitch or double stitch. You've got a single stitch needle, or you can use a double needle machine. A pedal to trap on and cotton to feed. And that's all.
As you can remember, we sprayed my car pink. So what I'm going to show you now will actually explain the method behind my madness. The stitching, we went with the same pink as the car. And then this is the design we went with. The classic stripes with pink stitching.
In our next episode, we take the Cobra Club of South Africa to Swartskorps for a race day, talk to some more club members, and take Singer Dodo on the ride of his life.
Sê ou, hy dink is 'n koffiemaker en volgende ou wat hom daar sê, ek wens 'n koffiemaker.
This week I'm giving from the Cobra Club of South Africa, a limited edition. Like I mentioned, the limited edition. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's segment. Heinrich.
Ja, dit is Megan.
Okay. Hey, Pierre. Shh. on the wrist face. On the wrist face, on the watch face. Of important. Okay.
Winter is a very versatile. Okay. Laat ek net eers op 'n laf vraag. Okay. Wat is dit? Alright. Ons gaan nou die intro. As die intro reg is, dan loop ons se stroop. Molo. Ujani.
Akuko into MB and course wena.
Alright, no. I'm done.
A good chat.
Thank you very much. I know Laurie Carrell was the only person who actually did a song about me. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Kinders van die Wind.
No, it's not.
You were aspiring to be somebody. Don't say you want to play for the Blue Bulls.
How did you know?
Like, van al die spanne in Suid-Afrika, wat een is die en hoekom sal jy sê die bulle? Luister, daai moet ons nie eens in die bloopers sit, dit alles uithaal. Ek support 3 spanne. WP Stormers en al wat in die bulle speel. What was your goal, hoor jy so Megan, jy het al die goeie footage gemis. Ons is nou in die serie sit in. So this is an anniversary near Ben is like from the Oostrand. For the other people it's the Oosrand. He's from there.
From the west.
From the west of the East Rand. And his car's windscreen is loose, so he's holding it fast now with his hand there. Look, you can see how he's holding it fast. On the Cobra.
Like an iron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Easter. Yeah, you can say. Nice to see one of our club members by the name of Ben. Was Ben nie die beer op Adam's family nie? Nee? Wat is hy? Joppie Adam. Ben, good morning.
Hi Heinrich, how are you?
Nee, jy moet wag. As ek daar met jou antwoord, dan gee weg wat moet ek.
Okay. Jy rond.
Okay, gaan ons. It would compete with jou. And listen to that Lexus in the background. You can't even hear that car. That's on full tilt. Dara is driving as fast as she can with a new electric Cobra. Cheerio, Dara! So Ben, out of all the members in the club, who would you say is the biggest and why would you say Ken? Go.
Nee. Come on. Jy het gesê, jy vra van Blackstil.
So, out of all of the members of the club, who would you say is the biggest and why would you say Nico Robinson?
Nah, I didn't say that. You said it. Wag, yes. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Member of the club.
En dan die maak ek sien.
Ja, so kyk.
Moet ek 'n reg doen?
Nee, luister. Ja.
Nee, maar daai. My stompie.
Your car's always looking. Okay, wag. Hier gaan ons weer. What the is daai?